Still about a month away?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, hopefully that's a really good timeline where I can, get healthy and put my back in a position where, it can protect itself and survive.
Steve, what's feeling good and what's feeling bad right now?
Well, I think, I'm making strides for sure. I think that the biggest thing is durability. There's such a fine line. When I do get up to a speed where I can do a lot of stuff, that, to be able to sustain it is the key right now. So I know I can get back to an acceptable level of movement. It's just a matter of how long I can sustain it. I think the longer, I stay with the program here before I come back, it gives me a better chance to come back and play and hopefully play uninterrupted for a long period of time, ideally the rest of the season.
How devastating was it to hear that Kobe Bryant has this fracture in his knee and will be out at least 6 weeks?
That's tough. I mean, since I've been here, we've just had so many freak things happen, and it's been tough, but we got to persevere. I mean, he's been through a lot already, and you feel bad for him, but I know he'll bounce back, and he's that perseverance this time as well. And it's going to be a process when you go through something as traumatic as he went through.
Have you ever been on a team where there's been so many injuries in one position? I mean, 3 point guards on the shelf, then you've got Kobe and X. Right now you've got 1 point guard.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we've had a lot of unlucky breaks, literally, and just some bad bounces with guys' health. So, there's not a lot that you can do about some of these things, and it's just been a bad stretch. So hopefully it's a cycle, and we're coming out of it, and the franchise will have a lot of good luck health-wise over the next few years.
Have you been able to talk to Xavier in terms of running the point and running the system, because you probably know it better than anybody?
Not a lot. I'm definitely here for him. I've tried to help him as much as I can, but he's got 5 or 6 coaches in his ear every day, so I don't want to overload him.
Physically, Steve, what are you not able to do right
now? I don't know about sprinting. Like that's still hit or miss. I can maybe do it. I wouldn't want to do it right now, in that it could just set me way back. So I'm just waiting to get a lot of confidence to be able to do that, and then do that for a long time, and then be able to incorporate or integrate myself into some practice sessions, and then be able to sustain that. And hopefully over a period of time I can gain, the confidence, and everyone feels good about it, my sustainability.
Now, is that something, because they were saying, you're going to be out approximately 4 weeks, is the sprinting, and with that, is that something, 2 weeks going to try that out, or how is that going to work?
I think in the right environment I could start sprinting any day now. But it's a matter of being in the right environment, and it's also a matter of, judging if it's sustainable. So, and even if I can sprint today or tomorrow, that's not necessarily a marker as far as, then you should be able to come back in a week or two. Because at this stage it's really about for my condition in my back to be able to sustain the demands of the game. It's just a little sign and signal for us. When we clear that hurdle of being able to sprint, that now I can add more to the mix. But, when you talk about unpredictable environments and playing the game of basketball, there's a lot of forces in there that, I need a lot of work to get ahead of the curve so that I can sustain, that nerve root and allow it not to be compressed and jacked up.
Steve, is the hardest part of this process just the patience?
It definitely is. Now, this has really been something I've faced since the end of March. So the toughest thing has been emotionally and mentally. It's been really, really hard, and I've had a lot of really down days, and you just need a good night's sleep or a big cup of coffee or something, and get yourself back on and fighting for it again. But that's been the biggest challenge, is the mental and emotional side of it.
That's what I was going to ask my next question. What gets you through that? Because we all know what a competitor you are, and you do have a lot of basketball left in your tank.
Well, I just want to play. That's what gets me through every day. I want to play. I still love to play, and I still feel like I have the skills to do it. And I'd like to finish my career on a positive note. So I'm just fighting every day to get that little bit of joy from playing basketball, being one of the guys, run up and down the court and trying to beat somebody, and that's what keeps me going every day.
How much of this, Steve, is you want to also, get to show the Laker fans sort of what they haven't been able to see really since you got?
For sure, that's a huge source of motivation. When I came here, I was, welcomed so warmly, you want to repay that. And having not been myself basically since day one has been very, very frustrating. And I'd love to repay the fans and have a great stretch here before it's over. And it's definitely a source of motivation for me.